The undefeated
Sting, come on, God! Oh, Mom, what the hell? That's Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks.
Well, those are his sons, for crying out loud. They're not wrestlers.
Oh, my... Matthew and Nicholas, what the hell are they doing here? These are civilians and Sting's sons. And these bats in hand. Just completely upstaging this moment. This is despicable.
Completely upstaging. Hell, they're beating the hell out of people.
Stole the spotlight and putting the beat down on the brand new tag team champions. Darby is split open, by the way.
And that is Darby's blood all over that white jacket.
I've never seen this kind of violence out of Matthew and Nicholas Jackson here, which they like to be called now, a.k.a. the Young Bucks are just wearing out the brand new tag team champions.
They are the worst. I don't give a damn if they are EVPs of this company. They're the worst.
Oh, wait a second.
Yeah, you can put that BTE trigger on a man.
No, Tony. Matthew, he called me into his office earlier today.
Oh, brother.
He said, very pointedly, it's no longer the BTE trigger, it's the EVP trigger.
Oh, the EVP trigger.
I had no... Wow, look at this. They are just... This was... Now they're going to put Sting... Oh, watch out! Oh,
No.
God! A completely premeditated assault by Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. And who can stop these guys? These guys are their bosses, they're EVPs, and they're just wearing everybody out here. Oh, my God. Just a running punt to the head of one half of the AEW World Tag Team Champions.
It's the worst I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of things here at AEW.
Look at this violent attack by Matthew Jackson. And Darby just leaking blood all over the suit.
So these are EVPs, right?
And these are two men that clearly believe they're above the law.
Yeah, bullshit.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you. This is...
Now they got the belts.
Despicable. Utterly despicable. The Young Bucks, like it or not, made a heavy statement right now.
Yo, party peeps, what is up? It's your boy, the best gabber in the biz. What an incredible Dynamite that we just had tonight. We are 1 month away, less than that, from Revolution, Sting's final match. And what a freaking night it was. Sting and Darby win the tag titles just for Matthew and Nicholas to beat them down in totally disturbing, brilliant, amazing fashion. The CMLL relationship with AEW is already starting off great, and it hasn't even gotten started yet. Swerve, Hangman, and Joe triple threat is made official for Revolution, and Takeshita taps out Chris Jericho with the walls of Jericho. Guys, don't worry. Everything that happened here on Dynamite tonight, you're going to hear right now. So get ready to like and hit that subscribe button. You know you want to, because the newest episode of The Gifts of Gabe covering tonight's Dynamite starts, I'm thinking, right about, now. Okay, guys, so we got things kicked off with Swerve versus Hangman like we all thought, and it went exactly the way we thought. Incredible match. Again, these guys don't miss. In-ring soulmates. They're like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, John Cena, AJ Styles, John Cena, CM Punk, whatever you want to say. They're wrestling soulmates. Swerve out here hitting freaking buckshots and dead eyes, just as good, maybe even better than Hangman. And then incredible time limit draw. We now have our main event. Swerve versus Hangman versus Samoa Joe. Revolution AEW World Title. This match is going to be great. This match is absolutely going to be great. But what's also great is the storytelling. Hangman basically played the heel throughout the match. And when Swerve said, give me 5 more minutes, Hangman was like, nah, dude. You had to beat me to become number 1 contender. Your shot at the AEW World title is gone. It's over. And then when the triple threat got announced, he was like, no, he didn't beat me. He didn't beat me. Dude, it looks like they're slowly descending Hangman into madness to turn him heel with the Young Bucks later on that. And I love it. I think it's going to be great. Just like it's going to be great, like how with the Bucks are doing it. Dude, Swerve is now being presented kind of as a tweener face because of how over he is. And it's for that reason. One of two things are going to happen. And either one is good. Swerve is either going to win at Revolution, become the new world champion, or what is more likely to give Joe a little bit longer of a title run and, make it an awesome one-on-one match between the two later on. Joe puts Hangman to sleep, and then we get Swerve, who is basically more a face at this point, fighting Samoa Joe at Double or Nothing and becoming the new AEW World Champion. In either one of these scenarios, Swerve will be champion by the beginning of June. So either way, it all works out. But in the second way, it gives Joe more of a title run because 3 months doesn't feel just like enough yet. Give him maybe 2 more, and it protects Swerve so that he can go on to fight Joe. Be like, you never pinned me. Beat him at Double or Nothing and become the first Black AEW World Champion, and we can all swerve when we drive. But either way, Swerve becoming World Champion is his destiny, and the first Black AEW World Champion, Swerve Strickland, will be crowned sooner rather than later. Guys, tonight we had so many great matches, on one of which was the BCC, Moxley, Danielson, and Claudio against the guys from CMLL. We got reports, Rocky Romero has pretty much bridged the gap between the two companies. They are forming a partnership, and it is already going so freaking well. It is already going so freaking well. The match tonight was incredible. I can't wait to see more of these CMLL guys. We're getting reports that possibly this year's Forbidden Door could be AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and CMLL. That could possibly top the last 2 Forbidden Doors, which were all-time classics. So just imagine if they're able to top that. This partnership, to me, is like, we're already 5 years into AEW. It's going to set them up for the next 5 years to thrive, grind, be so freaking great, because the luchadors know how to go, and it creates so many great opportunities, great matches, and great storylines to go throughout. We're having another variation of BCC with Moxley and Castagnoli in tag team action this Saturday on Collision against more CMLL guys. After this, I think the whole BCC CMLL thing stops, because all of this for me is just great filler stuff for when we get to the great juicy meat of Jon Moxley versus Will Ospreay for Revolution, which they can literally start building as soon as next week's Dynamite for the big dream match of this freaking decade between the aerial assassin, the Billy Goat, and Jon effing Moxley, King of Death Jitsu, just that effing dude. So much great stuff has already come from this CMLL relationship, and at this point, if you don't think that, well, then you can just go kick rocks. I don't know what to tell you at this point. Guys, tonight, Konosuke Takeshita went one-on-one with Chris Jericho in a rematch from their matchup in Japan just over a month ago. Just like I figured, Takeshita got the win, but he ended up tapping out Chris Jericho to his own finishing move, the Walls of Jericho. Absolutely great. I think the feud is nearing its end. Maybe we do one more kind of thing at Revolution with like Sammy and Jericho versus Hobbs and Takeshita maybe one more time. But it's about to run its course because Takeshita just scored another big win. And he's been getting big wins over the past month or so. I think they're setting it up for when, after Eddie and Bryan tear down the house one more time at Revolution, Eddie retains. And then either on the road to Double or Nothing or at Double or Nothing itself, Eddie Kingston drops the Continental Crown to the Alpha Konosuke Takeshita, and he wins his first singles championship here in AEW. Dude has been on a tear. Dude is ready, and he's honestly, the international title or the Continental title, once it was introduced, were the 2 perfect titles, and Roderick Strong's going to take the international one at Revolution, so that leaves the Continental crown for the Alpha. So get ready to crown Konosuke Takeshita, the Alpha, as the champion of our entire continent with his crown. Give it to him. Long may he reign, the Alpha, Konosuke Takeshita. Guys, tonight, after a timeless performance by Miss Storm and the sexy Mariah May, we had to move on from that cinematic masterpiece to a great freaking time. Sting and Darby versus Absolute, Ricky Starks and Big Bill, tag team titles, Tornado Tag. match was super dope. Darby almost died on a big boss man slam out to the ring. Sting jumping from the rafters, being nuts. That we all love sincerely. Ricky being a little hesitant before hitting that spear that could have won the match, but could be setting him up for potentially him to turn face again. Second black AEW World Champion, in my opinion. First absolute black World Champion in AEW history when he's given the chance. But Sting pins Ricky in order to win the match. And we have new tag team champions. The undefeated streak of Sting and Darby has now reached the championship circle. And at 64 plus years of age, 25th overall championship for Sting. His first since August of 2011 over in TNA. They are champions. Absolutely great. His son's got to be in the ring with him. Confetti's going. Everybody's happy and excited. And then wham! Matthew and Nicholas, the Young Bucks, the EVP Bucks, lay out not just Sting, Darby, bloody him up, get it all soaked in their jackets, and then they beat down the Sons with a freaking lead pipe baseball bat. Dude, great freaking angle. Make us hate you. I've said this so many freaking times since the Bucks came back with this EVP persona. So half of you people already don't like the Bucks because they're like, oh, these guys don't know how to be EVPs. They're children. Okay, so every single thing that you have ever said about why you hate the Young Bucks as EVPs or just in general, they're going to do every single week, including like tonight, to make you hate them. And honestly, give them the tag titles. Give them the tag team titles. Let them be even more dicks than they were during the first amazing tag title reign that they had in late 2020 all the way to fall of 2021. They were great then, but now with this EVP Joker shit, like, I love it. I love it. Make us want us to see you get your ass kicked every week, win those championships, and use your EVP status to constantly literally hold them hostage so that when you finally lose them to the eventual hot babyface team, we'll be like, yes, yes, yes. Like, dude, there's, like, Bucks are so great as heels. So I love this. Beat Sting in his retirement match, get so much freaking heat, and just be dicks. And bring Hangman in the fold too, so we can have heel Hangman in the Bucks and a face Kenny Omega when he comes back, and a total reversal of the whole prior Elite storyline that we had leading up to 2021's Full Gear. I absolutely love it. And the EVP trigger, icing on the cake. Congrats to Sting and Darby on becoming the tag team champions, but I know it's about to go down. Sting's gonna do the old classic, put somebody over to like lose his retirement match, give it to the EVP Bucks, and literally be such massive dicks that the people that don't like you or already like you start to groom towards you and be like, we love this, and make the people that already hate you seethe with rage until you lose those championships, and literally just constantly just saying one thing in particular about you.
You stupid dick!
Okay, you guys, that is Dynamite. We are done. Ski, put in the rearview mirror. We are done. Still so much great stuff is upcoming. We are on the road to the Elimination Chamber. We are on the road to Revolution, less than a month away. And we are on the road to WrestleMania 40 in Philly, starting at 6:30 now. It's been a wild freaking week since last Friday. We'll see what goes down at the press conference tomorrow. I think we're getting Cody, Rock, and Roman because of all the backlash that we've gotten. You can't do Cody and Seth because both will get booed out of the building just in their builds. But then, God forbid, at Philly, y'all know how crazy we are. I won't be that bad, but I can't speak for the rest of Philly. And then SmackDown the night after, Cody will be there. So I'm thinking he's going to have good news, and this is turning into a triple threat. And we'll see how the rest of the road to WrestleMania is going to shake out. Guys, you're not going to want to miss any of these shows. You're not going to want to miss what your boy, the best gabber in the biz, has to say afterwards. So keep on liking, keep on subscribing. Make sure to refer to them as Matthew and Nicholas, or you're going to get fined, and they will find your accounts and take your money. Even if you don't have enough, they will put you in negative balance if you don't call them as the right name. Matthew and Nicholas, my gracious EVPs. And guys, until then, I hope you enjoyed Dynamite tonight. We're still on the road to the chamber. So let's see what goes down at this press conference tomorrow. It's finna be wild. And I could smell the hate that's going to be cooking when The Rock gets up there on the presser. But until then, deuces, fuses, and I will see you guys after SmackDown on Friday.